checking in on the 26th of June. By this point, I thought everything would be done and we'd be back in to the house. We are here. We've been sort of staying here overnight for the last week or so, but everything's really far away from being finished. Long story short, we're on to the third joiner. I had a really negative experience with the first person that we had lined up to do the whole job. So without going into any details about it, it meant that after sort of having that lined up for 4 months, I had to find somebody as quickly as possible. So having to split it all into like plastering, joinery, flooring, decorating, and obviously anybody who's half decent is booked up. So trying to not get ripped off, trying to find someone with some availability, not fun. Came home from work thinking that the living room would be ready for the carpet to be fitted in 2 days, and it was not ready. I'm really running on fumes at the moment. So yeah, I did have a little cry tonight when I came home and saw that things weren't ready, which is unfortunate. Only cried for like a minute because it doesn't help, but I just felt so overwhelmed because work is so busy at the moment as well. Like everything is just coming to a head at once. So there's no like let up at the moment at all. It's just constant pressure from every angle. Yeah, not the best day today. We're just gonna have to see how much of this we can do ourselves, I think. Okay, here we are cooking for the first time in 4 months in the house. This is the current kitchen situation. We've got some makeshift fridge and microwave on loan. The plastering has been done. So all this has to be cleared out tonight so that we can get the flooring laid down tomorrow. And then after that, we can have our appliances put back in. The oven broke, so we've got to get a new oven. This all obviously needs repainting as well, so that all needs to happen in the next day or so. We've had to have the floor levelled out. This is bitumen, so it smells like freshly laid tarmac. This room's been a bit of a nightmare. This should have been really straightforward, to be honest with you, just skirting boards and carpet. However, the guys who did the rip out pulled this out, so I've got to pay somebody to come and put that back in. And I did pay for somebody to do some skirting boards. And well, this is what they look like. So yeah, it's just too much to fill in. It needs taking off, and we need a proper height skirting board going in, which is annoying because the carpet was supposed to go down tomorrow and now it can't go down. So that's where we're at the moment. We've got a new front door. So yeah, we're kind of getting there. The plastering's been done. And this room needs painting now, ready for the toilet to go back in, which will be nice. So yeah, we're now on the third joiner, because things keep going wrong. Like for example, this door this frame's been put in and I was charged an extortionate amount of money for it. And it's not level, so that's got to come out. We've got to put a new one in. Slowly putting the kitchen back together. But yeah, the whole thing has just been so like draining. You know, it's been nearly 5 months now and things just are still a building site. So at first when it all started to happen, it was obviously emotional, but it was like adrenaline, whereas now it's like been nearly 5 months and I'm really tired. Like, I'm exhausted with everything and it is getting to me at the moment. It's really tough. Had a few little cries. Not that that helps anything, just lets the emotion out from like here a bit, I guess. So yeah, making some burgers. Can't wait to have an oven again. Oh, that look quite nice actually. See you soon. Yeah, it's the same as the haul.
Yeah.
Friday night, Chris is making me do cleaning, and this is what I look like. I've just eaten a Domino's pizza. Oh, Chris, have you actually done shit? It stinks. That really smells. And that is why Chris never gets fat, because he eats the Domino's and shits it straight out again. Come on then. We've got to clean, ready to put stuff back in the house. It's 5:20. I've been painting for 8 hours. I asked Chris to get me some biscuits from the shop. I just made a cup of tea and went to have a biscuit. And what's happened, Chris? Chris ate them all before I could eat them. Chris is depressed because I'm painting. He's not doing the painting, I am. But Chris finds the situation depressing. Me too. Oh my god, there's so much paint in my hair. I hate painting the ceiling, it's the worst. So that pretty much sums up this week. It's really been a tough week this week. It was supposed to be the week that... I can't believe that you're a dog. You're a dog and this is chocolate, you can't have it. I absolutely love these biscuits. It reminds me so much of my dad's mum, my nanny. Does that look nice to you? You can't help one. Yeah, it was supposed to be the week that things came together, like all the skirting board should have gone on because the flooring went down last week, and the decorator should have been in to then paint all of that. And then pretty much after that there was just a few other bits and bobs, a little bit of plumbing, a little bit of work from the electrician, and then just unpacking for us. But the plumbers were in to do the downstairs toilet that we already had there to go back into under the stairs on Monday, and I came home from work at 5:20, which is later than I normally would, but I just thought to myself, no, I've got 3 more emails I want to send, I'll send them now rather than when I get home, because sometimes I do that. And instead of getting home at 4, I got home at 5:20, and by that point the house was flooded again. I walked in and the porch was full, the hall was full of water that had all seeped into the brand new carpet. Everything was new flooring, all soaking wet again, same as last time, up over my foot, enough to fill the hall and then go over and fill the porch. Thankfully it had only sprayed into the kitchen, so only half of the kitchen's ruined, or like a good chunk of it is ruined, rather than the whole floor. But that was on Monday and today is Friday, and I really still haven't got my head back on. Obviously we had the bad news. Obviously we had the bad news last week about my granddad, and I think obviously it's been like going on 6 months with all the mess in the house, plus that about my granddad last week. I was just managing to keep my head on. I think work's been really busy, and I'm doing such an important, interesting piece of work, but I have to be like on the ball with it. It's there's a lot of risk associated and a lot of finance associated, and I didn't want to not be on my ball for that. So I really was trying to put work first and concentrate on getting a big chunk of that work finished, and then taking some time off to try and get the house sorted. But then when I came home on Monday and I saw that, I think that was just the final straw. I didn't see it coming, but it hit me like a ton of bricks, and I was useless. I was neither use nor ornament. I just cried for a few hours. The plumber came round, cried. My dad and my sister came round. We had no towels, we had no mops, we had nothing. Thankfully my neighbour was stood outside just after I got home and saw all the water, and came round with one of those carpet hoover things, so like a cleaner, so that sucked up a lot of the water from the carpet. So we're hoping that we can salvage that, but all of the floor needs replacing again for the third, like we're on to the third lot of floor. I'm having the exact same floor down for the third time. I actually just my head's just gone this week. I was so overwhelmed. I pretty much stayed in bed for 2 days and cried. But you know what, like, if you're physically unwell, it's okay to stay in bed and cry, isn't it? You know, or just stay in bed at least. But there's still this massive stigma around mental health. Like, I was just so overwhelmed, and I was like, oh, like I'm being so, like I should be doing something. I took some time off work this week to try and deal with things, and to be honest with you, the only thing I've been able to deal with is just trying to piece myself back together again. So that's why I've come to the caravan. And of course I've got here and it's like gale force winds and it's raining. So for some reason the sun's shining through, which is lovely, but yeah, the caravan's shaking, and it's only going to get worse tonight, I think. So I just swiftly got on the phone to my dad and said, am I safe to stay here? Yeah, the flood was due to an old part of the pipe that the plumbers had been working on further down the line. Again, another plastic fitting. I just can't believe it. So yeah, I've had them in all week getting rid of any piece of plastic that was in the plumbing in the entire house, and there was a lot of it. So a big expensive job, but I'm not losing my house to water again. I just can't do that. There we go. Come for a walk because the rain stopped, hasn't it? Hey? I mean, it's literally only just there, so we haven't got long, but there's a load of people camping in tents, so if they can do it, we can do it. The water actually looks lovely. I would get in. I didn't think a tree was going to blow on me. Is that nice?
It's absolutely pissing out. It's the joint, it's the soldered joint that's gone. Okay, that's it, that'll do.
We're in bed, Gallet, washing away our sins in the rain. Washing away our sorrows.
I ain't got no sorrows.
I have. I haven't, I made a video the other day about...
Option man!
About how the house flooded a second time on Monday. And that was a couple of hours before I got another phone call. Can you see what happened this time?
Just a little flood again, but on the hand, you know. Getting fixed, easy. Life is good.
Another flood. Another flood. So we've just had to have all of the floor taken up this morning. This has started to dry now, but you can see this whole half of the kitchen was soaking wet again. So Monday's leak was here, and then we just took a few bits up thinking we could save it, and then Friday's leak was this entire half down there, and it had seeped all around here as well. You just couldn't write it. Okay, Chris doesn't know, but I've just put a poll out on my Instagram. I'm panicking in case he comes back in, because I'm very emotional today, and I thought today's the day that I'm going to ask, does anybody actually want to watch me on YouTube? I didn't actually specify YouTube, I just said I've been making videos and would anybody watch them. So I'm literally cringing into my knickers right now, because like, am I going to wake up in the morning and think, am I actually even going to sleep? Am I going to wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh my god, why have I done that? Probably. I don't know, I think I'm a bit... Why do I care? It's my life, why do I care what other people think? I just do. I care. What I've been doing today is unpacking boxes. The house is not even finished decorating. The floor's not even down, but I was like, I just want to unpack a few nice things. So here is where we are. There's a load of pieces of shit here that I really like, that go on shelves that haven't been put up, but they are now unpacked. So more mess, great. This is what the kitchen looks like. I'm trying to unpack things into the cupboards. I just went to Aldi and had to ring Chris to say I need another trolley because we didn't have a single item of food to go in the cupboards. So I've just been restocking all of our cupboards. So, yeah, it's chaos, but it feels like chaos that's moving in the right direction. Again, don't even have a toilet in the downstairs toilet, but I've decided that it's a good idea to start unpacking things in there as well. Here's a lovely hole in the wall behind me, and here's some stuff. My cousin actually bought me these about 2 or 3 years ago, and I've been waiting to get the bathroom done, so here we are all these years later. This is the sink that they put in last week that then flooded. Well, this pipe flooded down here. So yeah, no toilet, but stuff. This was all boxed in, and I had to get ripped out to get through to the pipe. So this all needs boxing back in again. Yeah, I'm just like proper panicking at this stage. Not much is back to normal yet. Living room's starting to come back together. So yeah, it's nearly 9 p.m. I still haven't had a shower after work. Still in my uniform then. I'm still in my work clothes. Just been trying to unpack stuff, excuse the mess of me. I just want like one finished room. I'm feeling really emotional today because I think because I went back to work yesterday I was sort of like taking stock and reflecting on stuff because I had been off for the week after the second and third escape of water. and I posted about it on my Instagram because I was feeling extremely emotional. And then I woke up this morning and I was like dying of cringe, and I was just like, why have you done that? Like, why? I know so many people at the moment who are going through some really, really shit things, and they just don't like post anything about it. But so I like got like all hard on myself, like, why have you done this? Why have you posted it? Like, no one cares. And I woke up to, honestly, like an unbelievable amount of messages from people that I haven't seen in like years even, and it was just so nice of like people like genuinely saying heartfelt things. And I was like, do you know what, like, people do care about other people. Like, I care about other people. When I see other people's stories, like, I get really invested. So that's just me. Everybody's different. I am an oversharer, whether I like it or not. And yeah, so I've just put a post out to see if anybody would actually want to watch my videos, but they're probably just gonna say yes because they just want to be nice. Okay, anyway, I think I'm all unpacked out now for today. I'm gonna get a shower and hope that nothing floods. As soon as I go to bed, I'm turning off the water again all night, and whilst I'm at the house tomorrow, I'm not having another leak. I keep getting so like paranoid that we've had another leak. Oh. Okay, bye. Is that a dog? Can you see a dog there? That's you? That's you? No, she's not interested, are you? I'm trying to work, looking after Tilly today. She just wants to sit on my knee, but I've had a few meetings, so she can't sit on my knee. So she's been sitting at my feet and crying. Haven't you, dog? Tim? Anna? Today's events have not been successful. Been trying to sort the house out. We've just moved things around in the garden because we built a... What's the thing? What did we build? A storage box. And then this happened. Beautiful. Tried to clean it over here, and then this happened, and then yes, this is what we're dealing with. I feel so emotional. I've just cried in front of everybody. We've got flooring guy, we've got decorator, and then the two plumbers have just come back and finally fit the downstairs toilet for us again after flood 2 and 3. We've obviously, you know, they've paid for like the damages of the flooring and stuff, but like they're just the two nicest guys ever. And they're just like proper gentlemen, and I feel so awful about everything that like they've been sucked into it all as well. So I've just given them some beers and a card each, and like some money for other beers, and I just went to shake their hands, and then they got all emotional and I got all emotional, and then they ended up hugging me. I just can't believe it. Like, they've put an additional spare extra stop tap on. Just think they're like, if you can't sleep at night, go and do this. Like, that's your emergency stop tap. So I've just like thanked them for like their kindness. Like, I feel awful that they've been struggling with it too. Obviously it's not good for them. It's not good for us, so I hope that things are taking a corner, I hope things are turning a corner today. I've been writing in my diary again recently and just like updating the fact that it's literally been raining every single day for about 4 weeks, and for about that length of time my luck's been really bad as well. So I'm hoping that today's the first day that I've actually seen the sun shining for a really long time, and I'm hoping that this is like some sort of mad scene out of a film where, like, you know, when something bad's about to happen, it rains and it's like a storm, and then when everything's happy at the end, it's like a sunshiny day. Because, like, honestly, right now my life feels like that film, like a series of unfortunate events. So on that note, I'm really hoping that things have taken a turn for the better.